Hello everyone, welcome back to The Last Word. We are outside the Vitality Stadium. It's very quiet now. Ferdinand, come on, over here. Good boy. So as you see, it's just me and the little guy. We're going to go to the hotel and get these videos out for you as we are filming. And as you see, the Vitality Stadium is there. And he wants to meet everybody, as he does. He always wants to say hello to everybody. How are you? Come on. Right, where were? So, let's get on. So Newcastle have obviously not scored, but we've kept a clean sheet. I'm going to spin around because of the dog. As I said on the match reaction, it's half full glass or half empty. Which ones are you? Let's talk about the system in the lineup because it was very surprising. We thought there might be one or two. We thought that Howe would come in for Fabian Schär, maybe a change in the winger, because we all knew that Nick Woltemade would come in to start lineup, so we weren't shocked at that. But how many changes were made? That did surprise me. Obviously, the two Brazilians were totally rested, so that was Lewis Smiley and Joe Willock. Jacob Murphy came in. That didn't surprise me as such for Elanga. So Lewis Hall was playing left wing back, and right wing back was Tino Livramento, and then the three centre backs were Botman, Howe and Dan Burn, and Nick Pope kept his place in goal and Tonali in midfield. And I haven't done that in order, so apologies, but did that surprise us? Because it did for me, mate. And inside there with the fans, speaking to a few of them, like I was speaking to Fez in there, I was speaking to Mike in there, and they were just, everyone was like, that's a bit surprising, like, but a great opportunity for some of them to stake a claim. It really was. You're getting a start in the Premier League. Come on then, show me what you got. Who stood out? Who took that acclaim? Not many. It's the three that are the regulars for me that come out with credit. I'm not going to go loads into the game. The reason being is because I don't feel it was a fantastic game of football in general. The standard was pretty poor by Bournemouth. It was pretty poor by Newcastle. But Nick Pope, yet again, starting the season off, he's got his critics, but he saved us, especially later on with that free kick low down. You would have seen that really late and he palmed that away, so that was a really good save. And he was fine with his kicking. Obviously he had to save us in the first half with his leg. Tonali, again, another bright spark. Lungs, as I've nicknamed him, loves energy, passing ability as well, which was fantastic. His kick from half time nearly hit us. Actually, just literally, because I was next to the Sullys today, literally hit were next of us. He was fine. He was one of the better players. And last one was Dan Burn. Dan Burn again. So the three regulars have all stood out today for me. And Dan Burn was winning everything. At one stage in that second half, he was centre back. He was left wing back. He was over on the right wing. He was just everywhere. And obviously, when that's probably a thing that you could look at and think you can utilise that, because when we've got the ball, do you really need three centre backs? You can move him up. So that might be a tactic later on in the game, but look, we didn't. What did we create? How many times was Petrovic tested? Do you remember him making a save? Because coming out that ground, again, I haven't seen the benefit of any replays, highlights. I really can't remember. I cannot remember him making a save. I thought it was just a really poor game of football, and obviously a couple of the lads were saying at half time that, you know, they would have took that at full time anyways, a draw. Look, a draws. Look, I mean, we'll go on on that in a minute, but second half, Woltemade looked knackered. He looked wrecked. He looked exhausted. We're seeing changes made later on as well, and I thought, right, he's going to bring the Brazilians on the last 10 minutes, and he didn't, to be fair. I've seen the likes of Willis Sula, Anthony Elanga with his pace, because obviously he's always going to be a threat. It didn't do anything, in all honesty. And sounds negative as out saying that, but I'd rather be honest. Bournemouth obviously probably look more threatening. Out of the game of the day, for me, it's Bournemouth that are probably looking at, and they're probably the ones that are a little bit disappointed not to get 3 points than Newcastle. I think we're probably happier to have the point than what they are. But having said that, come on, good boy. Having said that, I think a lot of teams will come here and get beat. And Newcastle didn't have a good record doing here. I haven't personally seen us win here. We've won in lockdown, and we won years ago, and Rob Elliott had the world year, wasn't it, that game? So I still haven't seen us win here. That's one ground that I have to wait again. for my own personal record. So a lot of teams will get beat. So Bournemouth are no mugs. They've started the season off well. Ariola's a good manager. He's a good coach. And obviously Eddie Howe struggles to get one over his former side. But again, I'll ask the question again. If you took a point away to Bournemouth, some fans would take that. I wanted 3 points. I felt that we could have won that today. But the performance, we didn't deserve to win that game. I think some parts of that game were probably fortunate to have a point. Some parts, not all of it. I don't think it was a horrendous performance. It wasn't. It was a good old one of those saying a professional job today to get a point away to Bournemouth. But fans were in good spirit. Fans sang really well. Credit all the fans coming doing here because it's a long, long way. Some of the coaches set off at 2 a.m. by the way, and they'll not get home till daft o'clock because the bus drivers are technically allowed 1 or 2 breaks on the way home. So they'll not get home till after midnight, so it's at least a 22-hour job for a lot of them. So obviously that's why I'm staying over, because it's a long drive, especially all the videos that I've got to put out and stuff, and it just breaks my day up. But should we hear from Eddie Howe? Why not?
But it was a really hard-fought game. I thought, we know Bournemouth are a good team. We had to do certain things really well today. I thought we defended excellently in the main as a group. We limited them to sort of long shots, and Nick made a couple of good saves from those long shots. But we didn't really get our attacking game going with any real rhythm, although I thought it was overall a decent performance. It's not good. You want to obviously create chances and clear-cut chances. It didn't feel that in our performance. Our performance, yes, it was slightly lacking in chances. I was well aware of that, but it didn't feel that we weren't a threat in the game. But I felt we were, and I felt we could score at any time. But yeah, we're just going through one of those phases where, especially away from home, it's difficult to score. But the good thing is we're not conceding. Different stories, really. I think Joelinton we have to really protect from injury. He's just back. He's played 2 games, so that was really. I didn't really want to involve him at all today unless I had to. Bruno's slightly different, but I think the 2 midfielders that were playing were doing very well.
Just seen George Culkin leave the media suite. So look, that was Eddie Howe. So a draw, 0-0. I'm struggling for words about the performance. And question time then: do we point the finger a little bit and say why was there so many changes? Could we have waited till Bradford to make those changes? Obviously, that's the inverted commas weaker team. That could have been that. We don't know the fitness of the players, and who am I to question? I'm just throwing that out there for you to answer in the comments. It was surprising. I don't particularly like wing backs. I understand it. I do. I don't like it with Newcastle United women also, who've been beat today 4-2. They kicked off at the same time, which is rather annoying. Obviously Birmingham lasses are going to be up there. They were flying last season as well. I don't know what else to say it is, to be honest with you. That's really different, except from maybe questioning the formation. The changes really surprised me, as I say. But look, let's bring up the league table, because obviously Newcastle have won 1 out of 5 games. A lot of draws in there, of course. 1 win, 3 draws, 1 defeat. If you include the Champions League, and that's Barcelona, look, Newcastle have faced some difficult teams already. We played the champions of England, we played the champions of Spain, we've only got 1 win, which I get. I'm not going to be too hard on them, but I think that cup game in midweek is coming at a great time for us. I really do. A chance to refresh, a chance for some supporters who can't get season tickets because of the demand to get to a game as well. Freshen the team up a little bit more. I don't know how much more you can freshen it up, mind, with all the changes made today. But it is what it is, isn't it? I think we should start getting the hotel. Look, I didn't want to summarise the game up a great deal because I just don't think there's that much quality in it. And I couldn't really point my finger at it, to be honest with you. I really don't. I didn't think Bournemouth were particularly special today from their point of view. But to point for them, to point for us, we're probably slightly happier. But I'm still a bit... If I put it on a scale, he's spotted another dog over there. Howie, come on. Come on. We're going back to the car now. I would probably say, if I put it on a scale, I would say I'm 60% happy. 40% of me is like, oh, what if? But there we go, everyone. From the Vitality Stadium or good old Dean Court, as I know it as. Newcastle have picked up might be a valuable point. You never know at the end of the season. But go back and check out the videos, the match reaction, the vlog as well. Me driving through the night in the torrential rain was horrendous. And then scoring the players is coming as well. I'm doing that afterwards. I'm just going to check the hotel Wi-Fi out. If it's poor, I'll just do it on the way home tomorrow because I'm breaking my day up, as I say. But for me and Wallers doing there, we'll see you very soon.